What's up you guys, it's Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. I have been waiting to do this video since, what month is it? For a few months. We are finally back today with a thrifting video. I went to, what day is it? Like seriously, I have completely lost my sense of time. Time is a social construct. Yesterday, I walked into a thrift store for the first time in 3 months. Our stores opened last week. Obviously, I'm wearing a mask everywhere that I go, and obviously making sure that I don't get too close to others, which I don't ever try to get close to others because simply I like having a personal space bubble, and especially when I go out of my home, I don't approach other people, so that was something that I'm already pretty good at. Anyway, are you f***ing kidding me? Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this too? If you watched my last video, you would know that I was trying to film my room tour and my neighbor started mowing their lawn. I just sat down to film, and guess who started mowing their lawn? Again. I'm just really sorry if you can hear the mowing noise. So, like I was saying, I went to the thrift store yesterday, and walking in there was literally one of the most spiritual experiences I've ever felt. So I got some stuff, and today I am going to be doing a thrift flip. I am so excited to do this, and it's freaking about time that I make another one of these videos. This thrift flip is not going to be like the thrift flips I've done in the past. Why? Because this time I am finally using my sewing machine. I have had a sewing machine sitting in my room for almost a year now that my cousin gave to me. I mentioned it in my last video, my room tour. And then down on the bottom, I have a sewing machine that my cousin so graciously gave me, and I still don't know how to use it. I think that that's something I should do this summer. I should really make it a point to learn how to use that. After I filmed that video, I started to think, like, what better time than the present to learn how to use this thing? And I really wanted to up my thrift flipping game. I just thought that that would be so much fun. So the past couple of days I have spent trying to learn as much of the basics of operating this sewing machine as I can. I know how to hand sew, obviously, is what I've always done, but by no means am I a seamstress, okay? This video today is basically gonna be my first project that I use this sewing machine for. I literally sewed like a couple lines yesterday just to practice like the functions on the sewing machine, and that was it. You're pretty much seeing me throw myself completely into the fire, but my point is I'm finally going to be using my sewing machine. So things are gonna get crazy, okay? So the theme of this thrift flip today is, I guess, like summer outfits. I was browsing Pinterest to get some ideas for some things that I might want to try and do in this video. I ended up buying 4 dresses. So we are going to be doing 4 thrift flips today. I think that I was like really picking out a lot of dresses at the thrift store because I have issues buying dresses. I never can find dresses that fit me right. I'm short, I have boobs. It's hard. It's always a struggle, so I really only have like one dress that I wear, and it fits me like a glove. Like, I love it, but I really just want more because I feel like they're super easy to throw on. So hopefully today we can create some more pieces that I can actually wear. So I think that's enough of an intro. So without further ado, let's begin with our first flip.
So I wanted to come up with names for all of these flips, kind of like they do on Fixer Upper with the houses. So we are gonna call this one Could Be Really Cute.
Okay, so this is our first victim on the chopping block today. It is this super long blue and white striped dress. The brand is Talbot's, and I believe it was around $5. And also, yes, I did wash all of these dresses already. I washed them yesterday, so what drew me to this dress, first off, the fabric. It is just this really casual, comfortable looking fabric. I also like the little stripes. I like the shade of blue. It just gave me summery vibes, so I was here for it. Additionally, I like this thing. What would this, I don't even know what this is called. I'm not a seamstress. Do I look like a seamstress? No. But whatever this is, I like it. My vision for this, first off, is to kind of take this little, what would it be called, like a seam, and move it up so that it looks more like a baby doll dress. I'll insert some pictures of the dresses that I'm thinking of. That's kind of my plan with that. Didn't even realize that it had pockets, so that kind of threw my plan off a little bit because I was literally just planning on taking this part and like moving it up here somehow. I don't want to have this part up here and then the pockets be like at my waist. Like, I just feel like that's weird, so I think I'm gonna just sew them shut and then cut the pockets off. Then I realized that it has a massive slit in the side, okay? And I'm nervous because I want to have this up here, but then I'm gonna have to cut it off at the slit, and I feel like that's very short. I think I need to adjust my plan a bit. I don't think I can put this part up as high as I wanted to in the first place, but we'll have to make it work. Maybe like here. This will be good. Okay, so I'm just gonna pin right here where I want it to go. There's just a little pin there, and that is where I am going to try and attach this. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do first is sew the pockets shut, cut off the excess fabric, and then I'm gonna cut just right above this little seam, I guess. Probably leave like an inch or so of fabric so that I can attach it here. And then we will go from there about hemming the bottom and cutting off all this excess fabric. So that's gonna be our plan of attack. I'm so excited to be using a sewing machine in this video. We are going to get started. Okay. Welcome to my craft table that I got from Walmart for less than $20 and I use for all of my DIYs. Ready? First things first, I guess I don't need this on right now. I just wanted to do that for dramatic effect. So we have these lovely pockets that I do not want in my life anymore. We're pretty much just gonna be sewing this shut and going from there. It's better than it was. So I sewed the pocket together. You can obviously very much tell that I just sewed it shut. Looks like a suture. It looks like a suture in a hospital. All right, one pocket is off. Ooh, I think this side's better. So that's good. At least we made an ounce of progress, I guess. Now we are left with the dress without pockets. So the next step is to cut the skirt part. I'm just gonna call it the skirt part. I don't know. We're gonna cut that part off. This is where things get literally crazy. This part's important to the overall dress. Okay. Whew. We did it. I now have cut off this bottom part and I gave myself a pretty generous amount above just because I was scared. So let's figure out how we plan on attaching these two pieces together. To me, it looks like it's even. So, I mean, obviously it's probably not. I'm scared. Here goes nothing. I made it to the end. Now I'm gonna go back around the entire thing and reinforce it with a zigzag stitch because I think that that's what you're supposed to do. And also I feel like I need to do that because I don't think it will be secure if I don't. All right, now for the moment of truth, I'm gonna turn this inside out, or no. It is inside out. I'm gonna turn it right side out. Okay, it's not a completely straight line. It is on the back actually, but the front got a little bit carried away. Here's where we are. I'm gonna try her on and we're gonna go from there. I mean, considering the circumstances, I'm not mad about it. I'm looking at it in the viewfinder and it doesn't look like I made much of a difference compared to what it was, but maybe I'll do like a side by side to see how I pulled it up. Yeah, things got a little bit wonky here, but I honestly think the back is pretty straight, so I'm really impressed with that. So now I need to hem the bottom. My room is a disaster back there, so don't mind that. I like it here, so I think I'm just going to take another pin and right at the edge, and there we are. Okay. So I feel like this is gonna be very short and I'm getting nervous because I still have to hem it. So what I think I'm gonna do now is go around this raw hem with a zigzag stitch just to make sure that it doesn't fray, and then do like the smallest hem ever and try not to make it any shorter than it already is. Okay, I just need to say one thing really quick. I killed this. I actually did this. Like, I made what you're seeing on your screen right now. Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? I wasn't expecting it to turn out well. This was literally my first time sewing anything since my home ec class in 7th grade. Personally, I think that I did a fantastic job. Hi everybody, it is a new day and we have a new flip to do today. This is the one that I am quite frightened by, to be completely honest with you. The last flip went so much better than I expected. Was the waistline crooked? Yes, but overall it turned out way better than I thought it was going to. I do have that momentum going into this next one. However, we are going to be kind of getting into some uncharted territory with this one. Let me just explain it to you. I bought a dress. This dress was actually $15 and I think it's because it was brand new. Like there was tags on it still and it's 100% silk. So it's $15 and I'm just going to be cutting it up, so that frightens me truly. I had a very specific type of dress that I wanted to find for this next flip, and this one was pretty much the perfect material that I wanted and I liked the color, so I just decided to get it. What I'm planning on doing with this dress is making it into a two-piece like matching set, so it's going to be top and a pair of shorts. The top part is going to be pretty simple. I'm just gonna cut it and hem it, and I wanted a really long dress because I wanted to be able to have as much fabric as possible to make the shorts. So I'm pretty much going to be cutting out a shorts pattern from the bottom part of the dress. This is the dress as you guys saw probably like a minute ago. I need to figure out where I want to cut it off. I do it here. Alright, so this is where I want it to hit on me. Alright, so that's going to be the first step, to just literally cut this and hem it. Ugh.
I'm just gonna go ahead and narrate this part for you guys because it was an actual disaster, so I don't want to waste your time. So I first of all just cut off the bottom part of the dress, and then I went to the sewing machine. I color matched the fabric, so I loaded that new color in there, turned that baby on, and started with a zigzag stitch to secure the raw hem so that it did not fray. Here I am pinning down the hem where I want it to be, basically, and here we are, we're all ready to go. I'm just taking a straight stitch and sewing the hem like normal on the shirt. This part is not the part that was a mess. This actually turned out fine. Okay, so this is where shit gets crazy. I am following a pattern that I found on the internet to make shorts, and I took my measurements of my waist because it said you had to. Here I am trying to mark the dimensions and whatnot that I found from this pattern, and let me just tell you that it did not make sense. It did not work.
Okay, so upon further review, these measurements make no sense. No offense to whoever made this tutorial, but it does not add up. I'm just gonna take a pair of shorts that I already own, fold them in half, and trace. That's what I'm gonna do because I don't know what else to do at this point. Like, this was not going to be correct in any stretch of the imagination.
I basically gave up on the pattern, so I tried to trace these shorts that I already owned because I saw other things on the internet telling me that that was another way that you can make shorts. I should have quit while I was ahead, but I tried my best and I really wanted to save this project.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
And then it was just confusing me beyond repair.
They're not even. Oh my god. They're not even.
I messed so many other things up that I just was over it, so.
Fuck this. Alright, plan B. We're coming up with the plan B. We are going in a different direction here because that, my friends, was not going to work. I was a little bit in over my head. I'm not going to lie. Instead of making matching shorts like I was planning to, I realized I'm not a seamstress, and now I am gonna make a scrunchie instead. We are gonna now have a shirt and a matching scrunchie, and you know what? Sometimes in life things change and that's okay. All right, so the two waist pieces that I cut out, I'm gonna actually sew them together so that they are one long piece, and we're gonna make a scrunchie. Like, honestly, this. So this is the elastic I was gonna use. I'm still gonna use it. Hey, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna measure my wrist instead. All right, we'll make it like this long. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay, now for a scrunchie tutorial. First step in making a scrunchie, you need a long piece of fabric. I'm taking the 2 waist pieces and going to stitch them together. I have the right sides touching right now, so the wrong sides where I have marker on are on the outsides. I'm just gonna go ahead and sew right along this line to sew these pieces together. Easy as that. So now we simply have one long piece of fabric. This is probably too long, I'm not gonna lie, so I'm gonna chop some of the end off. So we have this. This seems about a good length, probably. I don't know how many inches this is. I'm just eyeballing at this point. Now, what we need to do is, you want the good sides to be touching, so I'm gonna fold it in half hot dog style, if you guys know what I mean. Now I'm just gonna sew right along here, but I am going to leave probably about a ½ inch on each side. I'll start it like here, so there's a little bit of fabric that is not sewn together left on both sides. Now we have one long tube. We're gonna take our tube that we just sewed together and basically flip it inside out. This is probably the hardest part. Okay, my fingers hurt a little bit, but I finally got it right side out. We just have this long tube at this point. At the ends, I have the little openings that I left on both sides. What we're gonna do is take the tube and connect these ends together. We got the right side out on the outside once again, and we are just going to sew around so that basically they end up together like this, if that makes sense. It's really hard to show just because it's like all inside out and complicated, but whatever. Hard to do with a sewing machine. Close enough. Oh, hell yeah. I actually did it. These are the sides we just somehow sewed together. I don't know how either. And then we have this little hole right here where we're gonna thread the elastic through. Sorry about my nails also. My nail lady never got back to me. So we're gonna take the end of the elastic and we're gonna take the safety pin, just attach it to the end of the elastic, and then put the side with the safety pin through the hole. Make sure you hold on to the side that doesn't have the safety pin or else you will lose it in there. Pretty much just scrunching up the scrunchie onto the elastic by feeding the safety pin through, kind of just bunching up all of the fabric. Now we have both sides of our elastic here. I'm gonna take the safety pin off and I am gonna take the 2 ends of the elastic, overlap them a bit like so, and sew them together. I think I'm gonna use a zigzag stitch for this. I just went back and forth on the elastic a few times so it is secure. You're just gonna tuck that right into this little hole. And then the last step is just to sew together this opening. So I'm pretty much just going to fold it in a little bit, kind of roll the sides. I am just gonna go back with a straight stitch and make sure it's sewn together. And you have a scrunchie. Obviously you can do this without a sewing machine as well, it just takes longer, but honestly, the parts where you have to sew like the small little like circle area together, it's a lot easier to do it by hand. So yeah, there it is. This is actually a really good scrunchie. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm really proud of this. So at least we could make our fail into something else. You know, that's life. Sometimes you fall down, but then you figure something else out and you do that instead, and it turns out pretty cool. That was my little scrunchie tutorial for you guys. So now we have a shirt and a matching scrunchie. I'm not mad about it. So let's see our finished product. Hi, it's a new day. I'm almost out of coffee. I made a quad shot latte this morning. We're gonna get right on into this next flip. We have this purple dress. This I think was about $4 from the thrift store. It's actually a size extra large, but I love the way that it fits. I don't know, I just love the look of this. I love the shape. It's flowy and nice, but it's also casual. It's very comfortable. I love this dress. The only thing that I want to change about it is its length. That's really all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna hem this. So let's get ready. Taking my handy dandy pins. For this hem, I'm gonna take into account something that I did not take into account for my first dress that I did, the blue and white striped one, and that is that the back should be slightly longer, kind of, than the front. I held up this dress evenly by its top seams to see if the bottom two layers were exactly equal or if the back came a little bit lower, and the back did come slightly lower, so I am gonna cut it in a way that, you know when you draw a circle because you want a cup to look 3D and you make a little really thin oval? That's kind of what I'm gonna try and do with the bottom of this. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, now that we have it pinned, I'm gonna take it off, sit down, cut, pin around. You know the drill at this point. I kind of fricked up and I forgot to sew around the rough hem before pinning it, but it's gonna be fine. I think I'm just gonna sew 2 times around the bottom just to make sure that it's secure and everything. Before I started filming, I switched out the thread and the bobbin again. I color matched this and got some thread, so that's what I'm going to be using. Okay, so for this fourth and final flip, we have this dress. Excuse my sports bra straps. I wasn't in the mood to change. This is what the dress looks like. It is just this kind of like pinkish red dress. Again, it's pretty long, at least for me anyways. I know some people are probably looking at this like, this isn't even long, or the last one wasn't even long, but I'm very particular about my dress length. At first, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do with this dress because I felt like it had, you can literally see my sports bra outline, but I don't give a I thought it had good bones, but I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do with it. But then I had an idea and I decided I'm gonna run with it. So for this dress, I am planning on making it into a 2-piece. Yes, I'm trying a 2-piece set again. We all know what happened last time, but we're not gonna bring that energy into this item. So let's all just like relax. I want to do a 2-piece shirt and that was a tongue twister for a second. A 2-piece shirt and skirt set. Oh, I forgot to say how much this was. I picked this up from the thrift store for about $6. The brand is Anthropology actually, and I feel like I literally played them because I got this dress for a fraction of what they probably were charging there, so. It is a size small. I really, really like the way that it fits. I think it's really nice, it's really casual, it's flowy, and I love the color. But I don't really with where this lies. I don't know why they put this here. It cinches in a very weird spot, I think. So my plan is to basically cut probably like right about here-ish and detach the top and bottom and then hem this skirt. I didn't really know what to do with the top because it is a little bit flowier and I didn't think it would make sense to just hem it and then I don't know, like I feel like it would have just looked weird. And then I had the idea that I'm going to take a piece of elastic and I think I'm going to create a little hem type situation and then put the elastic through so that it cinches right there. So there's like a cinched part and then a space and then the cinched part of the skirt. I think it could work. Okay, so I detached the skirt part from the top. I cut a little bit above this seam, hem, whatever it is. This will be fixed. We will be hemming this down. And then I think I'm gonna save a piece from the bottom that I cut off and use that on the top because I think the top is pretty short right now, so I wanted to attach a piece of fabric around it and then that could be the little like loop kind of thing that I make to put the elastic in. after far too much searching, I found some more elastic. The only problem is that this is 1-inch elastic and that is far too thick. So I'm just going to cut it in half. I don't want it to be too tight because I feel like that would just be uncomfortable. All right, you know what? It's good enough. Why am I sweating? This is what we have from what I cut off earlier. And then this is the piece that we cut off. What I'm planning on doing is taking this bad boy. I am just gonna cut this thing. So now we have 2 pieces. We're gonna attach one to the front of the shirt and one to the back. So now we have both of our flaps sewn onto the bottom, but we have this excess fabric over here that needs to be cut the f off. So I'm just matching up the sides. Basically just need to sew a continuation of the seam that already exists on the side. Just need to cut off this extra. And voila. This side is done, and now I just have to do the same exact thing on the other side. Sick. The next part, all I'm gonna do is fold this up hot dog style and sew it. I just went ahead and figured out how much of a loop I wanted at the bottom. Ignore all this extra fabric that's gonna get cut off, but pretty much gonna be our loop where our elastic is going to go. I went ahead and pinned around that, and now I am going to sew it. I'm not gonna sew it all the way around. I'm gonna leave a space so that we can put the elastic in. Right. Cute. Okay, so this is the top as of right now. We're gonna thread the elastic through the little tube, just like we did with the scrunchie, and then just sew the hole shut. I am just sticking a safety pin onto the end of this elastic, like so. We have our little hole right here. I'm gonna just thread it through. There we go. Alrighty, so now the 2 elastic sides have rekindled their long lost love. We need to sew the 2 ends of this elastic together. So I'm just going to sew a few zigzag stitches across. We have our elastic all secured. Last step is just going to be to close this little hole right here. So I'm just gonna pinch these ends together basically and sew a straight stitch. All right, here is our top. All sewn, the elastic is inserted. I can't believe I did this. I haven't even tried it on yet, but I don't even care because I'm proud of it anyways. Okay, you guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am so freaking happy with this video. I literally am so proud of myself for everything that I made, and I'm really excited to wear that stuff this summer. I just love that I now have some more pieces that I actually can wear this summer, and I'm really excited to wear them because they're all super comfortable and casual, and I don't know, I'm really proud of myself. This was definitely my favorite thrift flip that I have done to date. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you've stayed until this point in the video, comment down below I'm a real one because you're a real one. If you want to see more videos from me, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I post a new video every single Sunday. And if you forget that I post a new video every single Sunday, or if I can't post exactly at my normal time, which is typically 3 p.m. Eastern, but I don't really know. Sometimes it's difficult, okay? Sometimes because this video, I'm filming this outro last, and I already imported all of the footage of me actually doing the thrift flips, and I have 6 hours of raw footage. You know, sometimes videos just need longer for editing because I don't want to rush it just to get it up by 3 p.m. for the sake of getting it up at 3 p.m. I want to make sure that it is done to the best of my ability. So anywho, if you want to be notified exactly when I post a new video, make sure to turn on my post notifications, this little bell icon, and also make sure that in your phone's notification settings you turn on push notifications for YouTube, because if you don't, then you will not get a little notification to your phone when I upload a new video. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.